Hey Dave, I'll tell you what, you just told Hunter to pull the anchor up and you dropped that chub right underneath the boat, and that fish literally, we're in about 2.5 feet of water. You were right, that fish was sitting right underneath the boat. You think it's the shadow of the boat?
Oh, definitely. They're getting out of that sunlight.
Okay.
You know, just like I talked about them riffles, you know.
Right. Boy, that is definitely a nice fish. Hey Dave, let's talk a little bit about the weight that you're using and why you're using the rig you use. And that, look at everybody, that is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful smallmouth. You know, you're basically using a bullet sinker. And why are you using a bullet sinker?
Well, the current doesn't affect it bad because it's pointed on the end. Okay. And it kind of splits the current out so you can, fish a later sinker in the current.
Okay.
Even though we're using half-ounce sinkers right now, because we're fishing some pretty good current, and it gets down there. You know,
and I'm really, for the most part, every time I've gotten snagged, I've been able to work that sinker out of the snake.
You know, some tricks there too is let your line go slack. Don't just keep pulling on it. Let that current help you pull your sinker back.
Right, and work that out of that wherever it's wedged into. Basically, you guys, we've been fishing rock pretty much all day today. You know, Dave, when somebody is looking at coming onto a river and you're looking for smallmouth, really, let's tell everybody what they're really looking for as far as spots. You know, we talked about this on the way up. And I thought that was really cool that you agreed with me. You know, you're a big river guy, I'm a big river guy. For the most part, we don't use a ton of electronics for trying to find fish in the river. It's more, everything is visual, and I'll let you take it from there.
Well, yeah, it's the edge of the current, kind of where the water is boiling. You know, if you look back behind us there, it almost looked like the water boiling on the stove.
Right.
You know, and that's the edge of the current where these two seams are rubbing together and they make that water boil. And you want to fish right in them boils is where the game fish are.
Okay.
If you fish out in the slack water, a lot of times that's where the rough fish are.
Right.
And the novice that comes to the river, they see this big backwater. The first they do is they throw right in the middle. Right. They don't work the edge. And you just get up and work them edges with the live bait. Now, if you're throwing crankbaits or buzz baits, well, then you're working.
Because you can cover more water.
You're covering more water, then you cast the shorelines, but there's still, where them riffle areas are.
That's where the bulk of your strikes are going to come from.
Especially the midday fish, and that's the reason I like the river so much, because they bite in the middle of the day. My river time is 10 to 2.
Right. That's kind of like a banker's bite, like we call it, the 10 to 2 bite.